Welcome everyone to a late night bout here between Hi, I am City Mouse and Fortnite. My name is Shiv. Am I in the best of spots right now after Argentina, Cape Verde, and yelling a lot? No, but the game marches on all the same. Fortnite undefeated right now at 3-0, looking to keep it that way against Hi, I'm City Mouse. Will the fireworks be heard on the mic? Hopefully not. But either way, Fortnite is playing without their captain. No Jason the other for them. They've got Nightstone subbing in the mid lane. But you see, regardless, City Mouse got their eyes on Kuromi in the top lane. No Camille, no Gwen. That has been flexed a bit to the jungle. And no Mbessa. Seraphine, a big priority pick that City Mouse are able to pick up. Fortnite just going to say, okay, we'll pick the Lovers duo. It may not be the nice kind of aggressive winning 2v2 it maybe has been in the past, but it is a solid equalizer unless you're playing against Caitlyn, which, you know, may be on the table for HCM here. Or they could just go with a default Ashe. Never any harm in getting that powerful duo down in the bot lane. We saw the work that Young Jay and Kittle put on with that duo yesterday. Actually gonna slide down to the Zeri here for the side of City Mouse. Interesting one for Lyrax. They've been liking Senna comps and like having Lyrax in a more supportive AD carry. So I was thinking the Ashe was a given, but he's gonna slam the Zeri. Has been changed over a good bit throughout these last few patches. Still not quite as high as it would seem they're prioritizing him here. It is going to be Lee Sin for City Mouse in the jungle. And so now inside of Fortnite, they need to figure out if they want to pick up their jungle champion. May have, in fact, maybe have been what they've done with the Zehen there, though that could always go to Kuro in the top lane. And now we're probably going to see those soul lanes certainly get hit in this second phase of bans. And I mean, Nightstone, who's subbing in, it's a top laner. We'll see if Haim City Mouse put priority into putting him down. You know, maybe in his mid lane pool, take away some like of the easier comfort mages that he could be wanting to play. Or do they continue to focus down onto Kuro? Do have to respect that, you know, you pinch the top side too much, and then, you know, Zehen can just go there as a solid pick. And so they will turn to the mid lane. No Cassiopeia. We've seen Cassio kind of... I feel like it honestly maybe have worked pretty well for City Mouse's comp. You know, the Miasma with the Lee Sin kick and the Petrifying Gaze is a solid combo there in the mid lane. And having the Miasma up against Rakan and Xayah is very nice, so I would have maybe liked City Mouse opting for the Cassio themselves, but it is going to be a total of 3 mid lane bans. No Ahri, no Syndra, no Cassio, as Fortnite need to figure out what they want to pick. Probably might have to reveal where this Zehen is exactly going, unless they want to pick 4 mid here, get a blind for Nightstone. Orianna is still up, teams up very nicely with the Rakan. Oh, but it's actually going to be Echo. Fortnite has been good on this pick. It is definitely, like we've seen it in the mid lane with guys like Hoptech and Cyrac, but this time around, I'm pretty sure it's going jungle. Fortnite has played it there. Does feel like it's going to be as a hen top then, and that opens up Hey I'm City Mouse to maybe play with a bit more, or draft with a bit more confidence around where these champs are going. But either way, you know you're going to be dealing with 2 melee divers, and Ennis decides his solution to that will be Lissandra there in the mid lane. And now, what do they want to take top? Like, I guess you do still have to kind of respect it could be Echo mid. Zehen jungle and then a counter pick for real SD up there. But I think if you're the side of City Mouse, you just put real SD on a bruiser that he's been comfortable with. They've banned away a lot of options, so it was really down to just Aatrox and Cassante for real SD. He's going to go with the Aatrox. I mean, we could see, you know, Fortnite slam a skill matchup if they really want to for Kuro, like the Camille. Or, you know, if you really want to attack a Fiora. But I think we can just opt in for the Zehen here and go with a safer mid pick that is going to be there in the Victor. So, I mean, Fortnite, even when they're playing with Jason the Other, they have not minded at all to pair AP junglers with AP mid laners. They have not cared to split the damage profiles if they believe their champs are strong. And that's what they're going to look for here. Fortnite, again, has had a very solid Echo game thus far in the tournament. Though, the Lissandra Lee Sin combo, pretty easy to execute on. Lissandra provides the CC, sets up Lee Sin to land that all-important Sonic Wave, and you take it from there. And on an immobile mage like the Victor, yeah, he could be stacking up some health with the Roa, some defensive capabilities throughout the game. He is going to be quite vulnerable early on. And we'll see if he is going to be the main target. Because you look across some of these lanes, Zeri Seraphine, not really the aggressive combo of like a Seraphine Ashe or Seraphine Caitlyn or even like a Seraphine Corki. So the Zeri Seraphine lane probably isn't going to draw much attention. It feels more like a farming lane than most of Seraphine's pairings. Zyrakan, not the power duo they used to be. And so I expect this bot lane to be more of a farm fest. And we'll get down to the... we'll probably get down to a lot of mid-jungle scrapping as... And it looks like the client bugged for the side of City Mouse, so going to be a slight delay before getting into the game. All right, looks like Dragon has been able to reconnect after the client bugged out. And we should be able to get underway sooner rather than later. Again, Fortnite undefeated, but without their captain for today. And so Nightstone stepping into the mid lane with this Victor. Oh my god, there's more delays. But yeah, I mean, even given the substitution, this is a pretty standard comp for the side of Fortnite that they've played with before. An assassin jungler, a control mage mid, self-sufficient bot and top lane. And we'll see if, you know, the Lissandra Lee Sin for City Mouse and Ennis will be able to make some early game plays happen as you want to do with the Lee Sin. All right, everyone. It is time for the match here between Fortnite on the red and Hi, I'm City Mouse on the blue. I am joined by Mr. Asif Hoptech for this late night game. It's already getting a bit scrappy in the bot lane.
Yeah, pretty excited to watch these two teams face off. Obviously, Jason and the other missing from the side of Fortnite, but we're going to see if that's going to be detrimental today for their team.
Yeah, Nightstone, of course, subbing in the mid lane. And it does feel like throughout this DMV thus far, you know, Fortnite undefeated, a lot of that has been off of the mid jungle with Fortnite and with Jason. And Fortnite picking up the Echo, a pick that we don't see often, but he is more than willing to pull out these AP champions here in the jungle.
Yeah, I think he's Diana main, I would like to say, if I remember correctly. Likes to play a lot of those AP champs, likes those AP items, so I think it's fine. I think it fits their playstyle well. Kakamon not one to play mages. And obviously Kuromi likes to play those fighty bruiser tops, so I think it's perfectly fine to walk in mage top. Or mage jungle, sorry.
Absolutely. We also turn to the bot lane with the interesting Zeri prio here for Lyrax. Not something we'd often see in a game one with minimal AD bans, but willing to have that as the power pick alongside the Seraphinas. All right, I was looking top side. Kuromi using his lane priority to spot out the Lee Sin, but no real combat to come of it, just some good information.
And it looks like City Mouse deciding to path top this game. Fortnite is going to be opposite him, pathing towards the bot side. I think City Mouse's idea is just maybe make top volatile early, try to shut down Kuromi early, given how much laning prowess he has on these champions, and how much of a threat he's been so far this DMV. I think it's a smart decision, but looks like they're just going to cross through mid and lock up Nightstone and see if there's a play here.
Yeah, Nightstone now trying to get away, has the gravity well. Ennis has already used his CC, ward up forward, and Nightstone going to flash away. They're trying to keep up the chase. That's going to be a root out from Ennis, and first blood easily done with the mid lane champ combos. But now Kuromi picks up real SD with the glaive and locks up a solo kill.
Yeah, but I think Fortnite probably saw the threat a little bit too late, was already pathing bot side to try and make a play there, and maybe there was a little miscommunication error to not double back and help his mid laner. But yeah, as we saw, Kuromi just picked up that 1v1 solo kill. As we said, been such a menace in these 1v1 lanes, and I would definitely like to see City Mouse try and help his top laner out a little bit, and not just completely weak side him.
Yeah, I mean, they did throw 3 bans the way of Kuromi to get him off of some of the picks that he's been very good on throughout DMV, but already showing that he can be quite good even when he's pinched like that here with the Zehen. Chain user Wing forward when Hans was maybe not on the same page, but an easy battle dance out, he'll be safe.
Yep, and I think obviously Zyro Khan has maybe the upper hand in this lane, but looks like Lyrax and Dragon are doing pretty well for themselves, considering there's been no jungle pressure on both sides. We see Lisa in here, maybe looking for invade on the wolves. Something sneaky. City Mouse likes to do this a lot, likes to invade, likes to cause some mayhem in the jungle. Fortnite actually going to pick up the smite, but City Mouse wants to fight.
Yeah, City Mouse now trying to get the duel, but, I mean, is able to get away from the parallel convergence. And so, not able to steal away the wolf camp will just cost a bit of time out of City Mouse on the map.
Yep. Looks like came out relatively unscathed, just going to retreat back to his top camps. But yeah, all things considered, pretty even across the board. Obviously, Lyrax has a little bit of a CS lead, but the kill and the top side lead kind of neutralizes whatever Um, Lyrax has come up with Grummy playing pretty aggressive in this lane, but should know that the jungle should be topside at this point.
Yeah, I think they for sure understand, like, hey, City Mouse is going to be having to spend some extra time walking top, picking up those camps. So they're going to try to now set up for this dragon. I think Nightstone should maybe be a bit careful here. It's a flashless Victor. Flash ult available on Lissandra. Feels like an easy pin to knock down if City Mouse and Ennis want to go for it. So Nightstone just needs to play safe. Let his team pick up the first Ocean Dragon.
Yep. And yeah, they had good vision there to start that dragon with confidence. So seems like they're just going to trade topside and bottom quadrants. But I think there should be a play here eventually in the top side. Kurumi does need to respect, but it seems like City Mouse has other ideas. Wants to defend his bot side. Is going to maybe cross through mid here.
Yeah, meanwhile, Kurumi able to slip away from the chains up their top side. Might be a duel over by the Raptors as Fortnite trying to hold strong, but now Flash, Sonic Wave. Fortnite, though, is going to be able to chrono break, except there's not enough time in the world for him to get away. Is going to flash over the wall and actually might have been able to get out the time when it doesn't slow up City Mouse, and he finds the all-important skill shot for the kill.
Yeah, almost escaped there, but City Mouse was able to find the Q. It looks like they're looking mid now.
Yeah, Ennis doesn't have a ton of mana, so Nightstone gonna be able to get the stun. A Resonating Strike means City Mouse can just follow on through. Gonna keep up the pressure with all these autos, but the Q shield is just not gonna be enough to help him survive, but will get Nightstone the return kill at least.
Yeah, I don't love that City Mouse actually held his Dragon's Rage there and opted not to use it. It cost his life in this one, but huge dueling at the bot side.
Yeah, ult's being traded bot side. They were trying to pressure down after the whiff there from Chain User is now. Zeri ult is going to time out here. Of course, would have loved to find that encore.
Lyrax doing pretty well here in the bot side. They're definitely getting a lot of prio into the Zyra comp lane. Yeah, it just looks rough until Chain User gets that 6 to try and turn the tides. Lyrax or City Mouse is also here to try and look for a dive.
Yeah, the zap just
don't see him on any vision. He has a
Warhawk.
Oh my!
And now Hans is surrounded. He has all his sums. He has his ulti, but he needs help. Nightstone has worked his way down here, except the Xayah still falls all the same. Nightstone now might be the one caught out as he was trying to help his bot lane. The Dragon's Rage kick back. And Lyrax even making sure he cuts off the escape path. Let Zenith get in to pick up the kill, and it is City Mouse now building themselves a solid lead.
Yeah, City Mouse playing the map really well. Obviously, not prioritizing too much CS. Has just been playing skirmishes all around the map. Kind of trying to cause mayhem, but during all this time, Chromie just building up a silent 30 CS lead up top. Obviously has that solo kill from before as well, but Fortnite might need to keep playing topside in order for Kuromi to try and take over this game. Because right now, Kakuma and Chain User are in a little bit of a hole.
Yeah, it has definitely not been fun for the Lovers duo down their bot side. Does feel like the Echo, is a jungler that takes some time to really get going, wants to stay farming throughout a lot of the early game, and then show up with his items to any kind of skirmishes around these objectives. And that Dusk and Dawn is going to take a good bit to get completed. Meanwhile, the Eclipse already finished on City Mouse. The Proto Belt there for Ennis. Nightstone does at least have his flash, so I don't think he's going to be under as much duress as he's been for the other parts of this game.
And honestly, we're going to see a duel here in the bot lane. Chain User does have that 6.
Yeah, there's the charm out from the Rakan. The Encore, though, connects. Except there's more than enough dashes for Rakan to get out of that one. Is Ghost burned off of Lyrax? He was backstepping the Rakan engagement. Now City Mouse back again. to punish this bot lane. That's another Sonic Wave connecting and an easy pickup for City Mouse. Now Kakma has the ulti, but is going to get kicked. Not quite a mini stun into the wall. So the flash is not going to get Kakma out to safety. Lyrax, though, has to overstep. Gives over a shutdown to the Echo. Ennis is on Vision. They're going to try to make a play for him, but the frozen path means he is more than fine.
Yeah, and I think the City Mouse pathing thus far has been just so unorthodox that they haven't been expecting him on the timers that he is bought for these dives, and they're getting really punished from not having any vision. And just relying on the jungle tracking to try and, you know where City Mouse is, but it just hasn't been working. City Mouse is here again.
Yeah, he's back on the bot side.